Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am sharing with you my experience with the online auction site MacBid. Now with this website you can score big on auction items. Most of these items are overstock or returns from retailers such as Amazon. It sounds amazing. It sounds like you can get some great deals, which you can. But there's also some pitfalls to avoid. I had such a roller coaster experience with MacBid, so check this out before you use MacBid yourself. MacBid is a liquidation auction site. You can search items by location, by category. Each item has a countdown timer, a description, and a starting bid. Some items are brand new, but most are returns, so they can be open box, they can be damaged. You definitely need to read the fine print because, like I'll get into later, all sales are final. So I was looking for a patio set and I found this beautiful set. The retail price was $119.99 and the starting bid was only $2. So I thought, what a great deal. So I put in a bid and the roller coaster began. My first tip right away when you are bidding on MacBid, don't even bother bidding until the last 2 minutes, maybe even 1 minute, because that is when all of the action happens. You can set a maximum bid, and I believe my maximum bid was $29, but once we got down to the nitty-gritty, someone was outbidding me every few seconds. With 2 minutes left, my current bid was $37, but I was continually getting outbid, so I decided to make my max bid $51, which means the bidding would keep going up in $1 increments. As long as it's under $51, I would get the item. Unfortunately, within seconds, my $51 bid was not enough, so I had to figure out if I still wanted to continue bidding or just pass on this item. I decided that 61 was the most I was going to go, so with about a minute and a half left, I set my max bid to $61, but unfortunately, I got caught up in the excitement and the clock ticking down, so when I scrolled the bid bar over to the right, somehow I changed my max bid to $79 by mistake. Here's another look at that at slow motion. Again, I don't know exactly how it happened. I'm thinking when I did the slide bar at the bottom, but again, for the retail price, $119, and I'm not sure what condition this patio set is in, I was really disappointed that my max bid was so high. The bids did continue to go up. We went to $54 to $56, and then here at 27 seconds, we're at $60. Finally, it went to my bid, which was $64. So luckily, it did not get to my max bid. And if I'd stayed at $61 like I'd planned, I would have missed it by just $3. So it kind of worked out, but stay tuned. This $119 patio set was not worth $119. So in addition to the price of the item, which was $64, there is a lot fee, which was $3. There's also a buyer's premium, which I think is 13%, and then finally sales tax. I did get a $5 credit because it was my first MacBid purchase, so this brought it to a total of $76.96. This was still cheaper than retail, but definitely more than I expected to spend. Here's a look at some of the other items I was watching, and you can see the final prices that these sold for. I was kind of shocked that this egg chair went for $97. I thought that was super high. There was also a mirror I was watching, and it went for $71. I was shocked about that one as well. There was a stool, and it went for only $3. So there are definitely deals out there. Again, I would wait till the last minute and a half to even begin bidding, see where the item is, and decide your max bid. And don't get caught up in the frenzy in the last few minutes. Next was pickup. I knew this was a beautiful patio set, so I could not wait to pick it up and put it together. So here we are at the warehouse. I was blown away. I had no idea it was going to be so huge with so many items. It was organized but super busy. Let's go in. You walk in, you show them your app, and they scan it, and it tells you exactly where your item is located. My item was in H2. It was very easy to find. Actually, a warehouse worker did walk me to the location since it was my first time. And again, this will come back into play later, but I cannot say enough great things about everyone who worked there, super nice. And here's a look at all of the items. I mean, there were items everywhere. This warehouse was packed, from kayaks to surfboards to refrigerators to washers and dryers. There were so many items. I did crack open the box just to peek in there. I was a little worried because it said box 1. The item is shipped in 2 boxes, but I asked people in the warehouse and they said it was box 1 of 1, which it does say on the sticker on the side. So I loaded it up and headed home. I get it home and I start taking all the pieces out of the box. When I opened the box, it was missing key parts. For each of the chairs, half of the chair was missing, and there were no legs whatsoever in the box, so I could not put anything together. Like I said earlier, MacBid does have a no return policy. I think you can pay extra for basically insurance, but I did not pay the extra for that. So I sent an email to MacBid explaining the situation. Here's the response I got from MacBid. I was pleasantly surprised because they said I could go back to the warehouse for a manager review. I still was not expecting any refund whatsoever. The best I was hoping for was maybe a partial store credit. But when I loaded it up and talked to the manager, they were super nice. I explained to them that one piece of the box said there should be 2 boxes, and then the MacBid sticker said only 1 box. So they actually gave me a full refund. So they were super nice. So my 5 takeaways from MacBid are: number 1, wait till the last 2 minutes to even begin bidding. No need to raise the price until the very end. Number 2, know what your max bid is going to be before you start getting caught up in the last few seconds. It does get an adrenaline rush. Know your top number. Don't go above it. Be cool, calm, and collected so you don't accidentally do the wrong price like I did. Number 3, be aware of all the fees that'll be added to the final price, such as the buyer's premium, the lot fee, and the taxes. Number 4, be sure to read the description. Sometimes they'll tell you it's missing parts. It'll say open box. It'll say like new. You can actually go to the warehouse, check them out before you bid. And the reason this one is super important is because all sales are final. Again, I got lucky in my case, but their written policy is that all sales are final. And number 5, you do have to pick up your own item. It is not delivered. I believe you have 1 week to pick it up and then it is no longer available. And that was it. That was my roller coaster with MacBid. With my first mistake with the slide bar, making my bid too high, to the elation of actually winning it, to going to pick it up and finding out that it was missing all of the key pieces and not being able to put any of it together. That was my first MacBid experience, and I know the $1 million question is, did I delete the app after such a roller coaster experience? And the answer is no. I actually have 5 items on a watch list right now. I'm waiting for it to get to the final minutes to bid, but I am still in it. I am having so much fun with MacBid. And there's so many great items out there, and I do think there are some great deals to be had. So yes, I made some mistakes, but I'm learning, and I'm a better MacBidder because of it. So be sure to learn from my mistakes. If you're interested in trying MacBid, I will have a link in the description below, so be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions, please leave those in the comments below. And that's it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.